Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Joey, why don't you say hi first?
Hello, everybody. I am Joey, and I am playing Theodore Oswald,
That's
a
right.
charmer that doesn't have charisma.
What are you talking? He's a charmer. He's not a. You know what? I'm not gonna explain it to you. I don't need to explain that to you.
Character defense activated.
Okay, and Terry.
Hi, I'm Terry. I play as James. I am the nerd, medic, and sadly the protagonist.
And Bry.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bry. I am playing Bernadette Brant. And, I'm not conscious enough to come up with anything silly to say about her. So,
And Travis.
I am playing Victor Oswald, action hero extraordinaire, with explosive plans in the future.
Yeah, you have all arrived at the foot of the Mountain of the Black Wind, where you know that a ritual is going to take place in just a few days' time to summon the god of the bloody tongue. And you brought dynamite. I did my math wrong a little bit ago. It is not going to be the day of Pentecost unless there is something special you'd like to do with that. It's actually going to be Thursday before the Saturday when the moon will be full.
ooh.
Because it took you a few days traveling from that village to get to the mountain.
So we better get up there quick.
Yep.
How many days is it to get up the mountain?
To get up the mountain, you're going to be doing that within a day if you choose to. It was a couple days from the village to get to the mountain.
Okay.
And you have
Question.
talked a few of the Maasai villagers that you met into coming with you, including their chief, Kiloki. I have names for each of them, but nobody's going to remember everything, so I'm just mentioning Kiloki for now.
Okay.
What is your question, Travis?
When it comes to rituals, what is the fulcrum of the spell? Like, am I able to ascertain, like, if it's the location, if they're using a secret blade? Because I know I have one of theirs. What?
Why don't you make a Cthulhu Mythos roll? You're going to know some stuff regardless, but the roll will tell us how much you know.
This is where I get a nat 1. Damn.
Do you want to try to push this somehow?
No.
You are ordained as a priest.
You know what? Hear me out.
Uh-huh.
I failed this roll, but I have a cult, and I have never rolled it.
You've rolled a cult a lot of times. It just doesn't help you with
Oh,
Cthulhu
damn.
Mythos stuff.
Damn. I was really gonna string that along. No, I'm fine with not knowing too much.
Okay, so you know that the Cult of the Bloody Tongue practices human sacrifice, and that is basically how they power their rituals. You also know that over time, if you keep committing acts against nature, including massive human sacrifices and rituals to summon gods from beyond time and space, it weakens reality in that area, and it can make the spells more effective. So both having sacrifices and this particular spot would seem to be important here.
If I had the book, could I have rolled with advantage? Or is that not a thing?
Now, using one of the books allows you to use the mythos score of the book as your mythos score.
Ah. Okay.
And it's,
all right.
I think the highest you have is only like a 30, so you're pretty close to that already.
Yeah, I need to pump that number up. Did we get to roll luck today at all?
You know what? We're probably going to a climax, so yeah, let's do luck.
Okay, cause like I'm only at 20. Y'all need to spend more, cause I'm over here putting in that work.
Should be able to do it now.
I've been
Spend
spending
more.
money.
I spent like at
I've been
least
doing wonderful.
lot.
What are you
I've
talking
done a
about?
31.
James, you have.
I do not have power to do this on this character. Andrew,
It was
I
at
think
31.
It did roll for you.
Oh, I rolled it twice. Oh my god. It just didn't let me know. And normally there's like a pop-up on the left-hand side. I'll just
Take away 14.
take away 14.
Thank God.
I'm once again up at 74.
40.
Victor, as long as you're careful, you now have enough to survive anything.
If I'm messing around with dynamite, you know damn well I need that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you don't spend it on something else, you need at least 30, so keep that in mind. So you are at the foot of the mountain. Like in old stories, we would say that the villagers who are with you are superstitious. They are not superstitious. They know very well that this is dangerous. They're correct that this is dangerous, and they do not like being here. But you have convinced them that this is an opportunity to try to break the hold of the Bloody Tongue, so that their children and the descendants of their tribe won't need to fear it, and so they're here with you.
Wonderful.
You are staring up at a tall mountain. It is... The word in the book is dank. That now has different meanings, so we'll ignore it.
This place is pretty dank, guys.
It is quiet as you approach the mountain. The sound of birds and insects has diminished, and it's clear that life doesn't persist here. There is a narrow, steep trail that leads partway up the mountain.
Do we feel the effects of the life doesn't persist here?
Apart from it feeling spooky, and you can't say for sure whether you're feeling something from like your sixth sense, or if it's just the fact that it's quiet here and it wasn't just feet back in the jungle. I don't have an image for the base of the mountain, so we're just sticking on this page for now. Yeah, go ahead, ask me any questions you want, or tell me that you're going to try to head up, or what your plan is.
I think Birdie's gonna just go ahead and start heading up unless somebody else has a different idea.
I don't see anything else.
Okay. Yeah, you can follow this trail. It leads you roughly halfway up the mountain. Let me make sure this is the right screen. It is.
I do gotta remember. how does it work again? On being able to keep ourselves out of the sight of like
So you
the
should
gods?
have a spell on your sheet, which I will tell you the name of in just a second.
the mind.
Empty mind. That's correct. You spend 6 magic points. You will double the value of your POW against mental attacks. And every time it's successful, it will cost you 1d3 points of sanity.
Okay.
And if you don't cast it ahead of time, when you're being mentally attacked or something's attempting to surveil you, you get to make an int roll to see whether you can succeed in casting it. Up the mountain, you find yourselves on a sort of a plain. Those torches are not lit right now, but you can see evidence that there are rituals on this plane at times.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I can't remember. Is there a specific spot where we need to do this ward? Did they tell us?
No, nobody has actually been here.
Okay.
I would assume
That
it'd
bodes
be-
well.
We were gonna go to the top or something like that.
Well, you didn't bring mountain climbing equipment.
I mean, like the top where they're doing the ritual at.
You can tell that they do some rituals here. Whether this is the only ritual spot or not, you couldn't say. This is, again, the scale of this is pretty correct. It is large. You could fit a lot of cultists up here.
Yeah.
Whew. Okay.
And yeah, if you look to the north end of this plane, you can see there are several carved into the rock face and hanging over this gulf flying below you. There is the beginning of a set of a staircase. There are several steps leading up and then just stopping. And if you just tried to climb the staircase, you would plummet to your doom.
Is this like this is where the ritual will be placed?
You can tell that some rituals happen here. Whether it's the main one or not, you couldn't say.
I'm gonna head over to that staircase.
Okay.
Very, very slowly.
Yeah, I should see if I can adjust the speed there.
I think it
Normally you're not
scales
moving
with-
150 feet. That's more than a football field.
How many football fields is that?
Like 1.5.
I measure things in football fields.
Because we're American.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to thoroughly
looks
examine
longer.
those steps for a moment.
Okay, yeah, they are carved out of the rock of the mountain itself.
Are there any symbols, any blood stains, anything like that?
Give me a spot hit.
Could I roll track here to see the evidence of where people would go?
Yeah, you can. All right.
All right, give me.
Birdie, you find there is some blood on these stairs and scattered around on the rock here. It doesn't look like people are put on these stairs and like sacrificed there. It looks like there's been splattered blood. You couldn't say from what. Just kind of incidentally splattered blood.
That doesn't bode well.
Where is it? Track.
Yeah,
Is there anything
definitely
else around here?
don't want to keep these in alphabetical order or anything.
I don't. I make it hard on myself. I just switched it now so I can find it, but I still can't find it.
It's at the end.
Oh, there it is. 75.
Okay.
Damn.
And if you use luck, you will be one too many for you to survive later on, so keep that in mind. Terry, there is sort of a ledge here with a throne on top of it. It looks like somebody supervises ceremonies from up on top of that ledge. How about
Is there any?
Theodore?
I'm gonna take a look at this throne.
Theodore, everybody else is wandering around. What are you up to? Joey.
I don't know what else I would be doing up here. It's I don't know what Theodore would be doing in this situation. He would be just checking out walls and looking around and following blood trails around, but
Okay.
he would just be a teenage kid in this situation and not much of an expert.
That's fair.
To be fair, his profession was occultist. I won't lie about that.
Yeah, but this is Cthulhu mythos, not cults, occult. Like, if this was a Bigfoot sighting, I'd have a lot more to say about this. But,
James,
like-
why don't you make a spot hidden as well, as you're looking around that throne?
Alright.
Yeah. So as you're looking around the throne, you find that it's not like a hidden switch or anything, but just kind of camouflaged behind the throne. There's a passageway into the mountain.
I will tell Theodore to get everybody over here. I found a passage.
Somebody's unhappy about the passage.
No, those are his happy noises. Those are very much happy noises.
As you're poking your head in there, James, you can see there. It looks like you got some geology, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Would you like me to roll?
Nah, you don't need to roll for this. Just wanted to make sure that you know what you're doing. In fact, you have a 50. Yeah, you definitely know. This is a natural lava tube that has been enlarged. So you can see evidence in the walls that somebody's gone at this with a chisel. You know that this is fairly soft stone until it's been exposed to air for a while. So this is not like something that would take a long time to carve out.
Okay.
Is everybody going to join James and go up this passageway?
Yeah, why not? I'll go first.
No,
though.
I'm going to jump off the steps. Yeah, I'm going to join him.
You can make a leap of faith. I'm not stopping you.
I feel like that's
Spend
too
that 40
Indiana
bucks.
Jones metagamey.
Just take the leap. I promise
Take
you.
the leap.
There's some leaves or a
Take the
part
leap
of
and then
hay
no
somewhere
push through
down
the
below.
ground.
Something.
I
will
won't be
break your
falling
fall.
for eternity. Yeah.
So this tube twists and turns a little bit into the mountain. It looks like they've cut out some corners, but mostly it's the path that the lava took at some ancient time. I need to have a group luck roll at this point, which means that the person with the lowest luck is going to make a luck roll.
I'll just roll it. Don't worry, guys. I ain't gonna ask.
Hey.
All right, you make it. In that case, let me activate the scene, and I will drag you back through the tunnel to the point where there's something to actually see. We don't need to have you stumbling blind around here. Back here. So, the lava tube has been enlarged in this area. It is still that kind of soft stone. It's been enlarged to, say, 15, 20 feet in height.
Okay.
The first thing you notice stepping into this room is a large statue of, based on what you're seeing, it has to be the god of the bloody tongue. It matches the description you've gotten from everyone of a large tentacle coming off of the top of its head. You also smell, like it is, before you even step into this room, the stench is horrid. And when you actually come in here, you see a large pile of bones and rotting corpses.
Birdie's just gonna pull a handkerchief out of her pocket and cover her nose and mouth with it.
And
Oh,
when
that's
you-
attractive.
When you get further into the room, you see a huge iron cage built into the cave attached to the walls. And you can see what must be a couple hundred people packed inside it.
Living people?
Yes.
Have they noticed us?
Yes, but they sit there in their cage and just look around listlessly.
How many people are there?
Couple hundred. You remember the stories about villagers going missing and well, in fact, not just from that last village you visited, but Bundari and several other people that you spoke to told you that the cult kidnaps hundreds of people a year. The men who've come with you are excited at this point, but nervous.
Ask that again.
I said the men who came with you, the Maasai warriors who came with you, are excited but nervous.
I'm gonna look around a little bit more. Do I see anything else?
Are you looking at anything specific?
I'm making sure that there's nobody around that could possibly jump us.
Okay. Yeah, make a spot hidden check.
And I'm just gonna ask, it's safe to assume that we can put together that they're hypnotized or under a spell.
You can assume that if you want, or you can just assume that they have lost all hope.
Mm.
I was assuming that one.
I mean, mass hypnosis is a thing. I mean, D&D, but
I mean, it can be here too. I'm not denigrating either of these ideas.
yeah. So, let's actually
James,
look
you
up.
will be startled as you step into this room and see a figure up hiding in a corner, but when you turn, it's a corpse.
Lovely.
It is, in fact, a corpse. It is a white man dressed in nicer clothes than people generally wear around here. You conclude that he may be a missionary.
All right.
Good fucking goodness. Okay, so I'm going to see what I can do with the catatonic people in the corner of the room. I'll say to the rest of the group.
All
Okay.
right. I am going to reluctantly go examine that statue.
I'm as disgusting as it's going to be. I'm going to put on some of my gloves that I brought with me,
Okay.
and I'm going to check the body.
All right.
See if there's any identification or anything else.
Okay. Let's go with spot hidden checks from James and Birdie.
Okay.
And Theodore, what are you doing specifically as you try to help the people in the cage? That is Joey.
So what I'm going to be trying to do is see if I can use some psychology and break them out if it's a, them being hypnotized or under a spell, or see if I can wake them up.
So psychology is understanding people. Psychoanalysis,
so
if you want to actually.
Yeah,
But you can use
psychoanalysis.
psychology in this situation to try to figure out what's going on with them if you want.
Okay, I will attempt to do that before I try a psychoanalysis
Okay.
because it's a 1.
James, you will find, yes, this guy is carrying identification. There is a British passport in his pocket identifying him as James Peterson, and yes, the visa indicates that he is in the country to do missionary work.
Okay.
Birdie,
Yeah.
you find a secret panel underneath this statue, in which there is a marine chronometer. And you will remember that there was a marine chronometer in the Bloody Tongues headquarters in New York, and there was one in the mansion in England. All of them have been
wasn't
synced to Greenwich Mean Time.
Was there like a crate full of them whenever we broke into a thing, or
No, there was one specific one inside the mansion. What you found in the crate was what are they called? Gyroscopes.
ah?
So you now have found in 3 locations around the world precision timekeeping pieces all set to Greenwich Mean Time. Theodore, as you draw close to the cage, the people do actually react for the first time, and the ones who are close to the bars near you try to draw back away from you. but they are so tightly packed in here that they're barely capable of moving. You can conclude that, yeah, they don't seem to be under a spell. They've just about given up, and they want to make whatever effort they can not to be taken, and presumably added to this pile of dead people in the room. But there's not a whole lot they can do about it.
Can I start setting up some dynamite
Where do you want to set the dynamite?
all around the room?
Okay, this is just a cavern. It's not a whole lot that you can really do about it. Like, you could blow up the stuff that's in here, but blowing up this cavern is probably not going to do a whole lot to the mountain itself. But you have 2 cases of dynamite.
Can I try to tell if this is a place of power for all the murder that they've been doing?
You can make a mythos
Is that a
check.
thing? Alright, let's go. What could go wrong?
Birdie,
Yeah.
in addition to the chronometer, because you got an extreme success here, I wanted to give you time to puzzle on that. But you also find the last passageway that you found was just kind of behind the throne. It wasn't actually a secret passageway in any way. Behind this statue, you find an actual door-sized secret panel.
Alright, folks, I think I found another way in. I'll see if I can get it open.
Yeah, so
Alright.
you need a hard success to figure out the mechanism. You got an extreme success, so
Hey!
you spot the. Let's presume there are some rocks that are artificially planted on the wall that you can figure out to press, and the door will open up to a 20-foot wide ramp leading towards the peak of the mountain.
I think this is our way up.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get those folks out of there first.
Anybody know how to pick a lock?
Chief Koloki will stop you and say, if we take them out of here now, anyone who comes in here will know that something's wrong.
And not the sticks of dynamite everywhere.
I was not happy about those.
We don't have to blow them now. Primarily I want to be able to hide them, honestly. I'm not the one setting them up to fuse.
Oh, you're having Nails do it?
Yeah, he's the one with demolition.
Alright. So, are you trying to blow up the statue, blow up the corpse pile? What do you want to be accomplished if this succeeds?
I want at least this room right that we're in right now to collapse.
Okay. And do you want to set this up with a fuse so that it's definitely going to happen in a certain time period? Or are you going to have to come back here to set it off?
Come back to set it off.
Okay. Then I think it's more appropriate to wait and have him do the demolitions roll when you're going to try to set them off.
Okay, can I find a place for them to be hidden at least?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Do I need to make a roll?
No, it's a fairly large chamber. Unless somebody came in here suspicious already, they're probably not even going to be looking for dynamite. So I'm going to assume it can be hidden without much difficulty.
Right, like there's a pile of dead bodies, cracks in the wall, and
They're
a
clearly
dead
not big on
body's
costume.
pocket. Yeah, behind the statue. Because how many people look at the back side of the statue?
I do notice that statue has a very open mouth. On the way back, we
Ooh.
could shove a stick of dynamite in there.
It is 15 feet tall. If somebody climbed up there and stuck dynamite inside it, people would not notice it from the ground.
Ooh!
Just stick a dynamite.
Suck it.
But of course, if you light a stick of dynamite and toss it in there, it is going to explode. And if you toss it in there without lighting it, it's not going to do much of anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Whiny little man.
Yeah. Oh, my throne is there. Oh, okay. Just making future plans. Don't mind me.
Alright, well, if we're going to finish this room off when we come back down, let's head up.
Okay. The passageway, as I said, is about 20 feet wide. It is a ramp heading towards the top of the mountain, and you find it's kind of curving around as it heads up.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Is there a way to close that passage so if someone comes in, they don't realize it's open?
Yeah, you can shut it behind yourself.
And make sure that's done so then if someone comes in here, they're not suspicious if someone.
Fair enough.
Real quick, before we actually leave the chamber, though, Theodore, you walked over and you checked out the people. You discovered that they were very afraid. Do you want to do anything else with them right now?
Sorry.
You walked over and checked out the cage of people. You verified that they
Yeah.
don't seem to be under a spell. They're just terrified. Do you want to do anything else with them right now before you leave? Most of them aren't going to speak your language. You can tell from the way they're dressed that there are multiple tribes represented in here. Some of them Maasai, so the people who are with you could definitely talk to some of them.
I'm going to like quickly gauge the ones that are like, if there's one in the group that is somehow still capable, like the least likely to, and then slip him a weapon of some sort just in case something goes bad.
Okay. What weapon?
I have on me a rock, throwing spear. I'm thinking throwing spear.
You give him a spear?
Yep.
Alright. And
How's he gonna hide the spear?
Behind the large group of people.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
yeah, I'm not going to challenge you on this. There's 200 people. You can hide a spear in that mass.
Yeah, you could totally
Yeah.
hide that.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we'll assume that he either speaks English or he speaks Maasai. You can get a message across to him some. Actually, you have Nails with you who speak several languages. What message do you want to give him?
We might need someone strong to fight for the rest of you in here. When you hear me yell, what would be a funny
Yahtzee.
thing? Yahtzee? Yahtzee. When you hear me yell Yahtzee, and I'll say it like 5 times with enunciated, Yahtzee. Whenever you hear me say that, I need you to find out to break you and your fellow tribesmen free. Is that the correct terminology? I don't know.
Oh, captives.
Fellow captives. That's a much better phrasing. Thank you.
He's going to challenge you. He's going to say, "What is this? Is this part of the sacrifice?"
We're
You
trying
need
to
us-
get.
They assume you're cultists.
Yeah, we're trying to get rid of the cultists. I understand, but you notice that we bring this place to explode when we're running out. No cultist would take the time to set this thing up, only to blow it up later.
Okay. To see,
I'm willing to roll something for that.
he is taking the spear from you no matter what. But to see
Yeah.
how much he trusts you, let's have persuade.
Okay, where is his persuasion? Oh my god, where is persuasion on this character sheet? Oh my god, he's got a 10.
He doesn't
If you-
persuade, he lies.
If you want to change your strategy a bit based on what your skills are, I'm fine with that.
Okay, I will change my strategy, and the only thing that I will be saying is me and my group are defecting from the cult.
That sounds like a fast talk for sure.
Yeah. That's the only thing that I'm changing about how I'm saying it.
I mean, yeah, if you were Connor, you'd actually be in the cult. Theodore's not, so this is a fast talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
No, he buys it for sure. He spits at your feet for being a cultist, but he takes the spear and says that he'll follow your plan.
Are there any other weapons laid about here?
There's probably going to be a dagger or two in here.
I'll give it to them as well.
You know what, Victor, make an occult roll.
Yeah,
Because you like to roll occult.
I do.
You get... So this isn't particular to, like, Cthulhu cults or, you know, real effective magic. But from the layout of this place, the way the bodies are just kind of thrown in the corner here, the fact that there's no actual altar, you get the feeling that these aren't sacrifices. They just do this for fun.
Oh. Oh, that upsets me even more.
I imagine it would.
That. Oh.
Go
Okay.
figure. The murder cult likes
This is-
murder.
All right. At that point, I'm just gonna have a real angry expression on my face. You found a door?
Mm-hmm.
May we proceed?
Okay.
Let's go.
Real quick question: does my character still have his 12 gauge shotgun?
I don't see any reason why you couldn't have a shotgun.
Okay, making sure. Because if I just gave away my only weapon, I am going to be a little.
Oh, you got a rock.
Oh yeah, I got it rock. just ignore the Molotov cocktails and the dynamite sticks. I'm not carrying all that through the godforsaken jungle.
So this tunnel, as I said, is curving constantly upwards. It kind of spirals around. You find that you are walking for a very long time. There are no pictures or inscriptions on the walls. It looks like this is solely a functional tunnel. There are torches flickering in the darkness occasionally, attached to the walls to make it possible to navigate. As you climb up, occasionally the stone of the tunnel has actually pulled apart. There can be fissures in the ground that you need to leap across or climb across somehow. Sometimes a section of the mountain has shifted upward and you have to climb up a cleft. None of this is stuff you need to actually roll for. It's just obstacles and flavor as you make your way to the top of the tunnel. By the time you're there, you realize you have climbed at least a mile upwards. And there are... it takes you half an hour.
Alright.
That's a pretty good time.
It is, despite the difficulties, it is made for people traveling through. And you are going to come out this side door on the map.
Oh, you just got real muffled,
you,
my guy.
How's that?
Just all of a sudden, just stop talking.
Who's the last one? Victor. Okay, can you not hear me at all?
No, we can't.
Now we can hear you.
Okay.
It looks better.
Clear
I
as
think
day
it cut
now.
out because it started playing music, but I don't know for sure.
Ah.
This room is irregular, irregularly shaped, kind of like a cancer cell. You can see jagged, bulbous intrusions, sometimes intrusions that look like tentacles, emerging, shaping the stone to no apparent purpose. The stone up here is darker, more ominous than the red-tinged lava tubes down below.
Lovely.
And I would, as you emerge into this room, I would like another group luck roll.
You mean for me?
Yes, that would be you. I can just do that for. I can just say your name from now on if you prefer.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Hey. Now I would like you all to make stealth rolls as you come up the tunnel.
Uh-oh.
That's a swim check. You have several.
Oh, whoops.
What's your actual stealth level?
50.
Okay, you would have failed anyway.
Yeah.
I can't even spend luck.
Can I be hidden at least?
I think because you got an extreme, I'm going to let this count for at least half the group succeeding. Not
I'll
an extreme,
spend
you
a
got a hard, but still, that's 2 successes, which is enough.
I'll spend luck on mine.
Okay. Then, Victor, you're going to notice that there's the sound of talking in the tunnel above you. And you're going to shush the group and make them move more stealthily. And you won't...
Can I?
I'm still going to put you on the map here. You haven't actually emerged. You're kind of peeking around the corner into the room, if you like.
Can I try to eavesdrop on them? They're not speaking English, are they?
They are.
Oh, then yeah.
And what you can make out is a discussion. It sounds disturbingly domestic. It's a discussion about how to handle a huge number of people who are not generally in the area. They're basically going over logistics for the gigantic cult meeting.
Darling, how are we going to feed so many guests?
That's the gist of it. They don't call each other darling, but they are rather polite with each other.
Can I try to figure out if it's just 2 people?
You hear 2 people conversing, but with 3 successes here, you'll be able to peek out. You can see that there are several more people in the room. The people who are conversing are both women.
We haven't seen anyone else, right?
You haven't yet, but you know that people live in here.
Question. Do we recognize the women from, say, previous photos? Or are these strangers?
Are you going to emerge from the tunnel and try to get a peek?
I'll look around the corner, but I'm not gonna risk it.
You know what? Before we do that, James, give me a listen
Listen.
roll. Listen.
Ooh.
Okay. Nothing. You.
I'm too far in the back of the group.
Yeah. It's a critical failure. There's like no way to especially punish you for this, so don't worry about it being a critical. You just can't make anything out apart from the same conversation everybody else is hearing. Just gonna drop a few bodyguards throughout the room here. Don't worry, none of them are looking at you right now. Now, Birdie, what was it you were trying to do?
I was just trying to glance around the corner.
Okay. That will be stealth.
Okay.
Okay. You have a decision to make.
You know what? Nope.
Oh, wow.
Nope.
That's a lot of luck. That brings you down.
That is a lot of luck.
You do have enough to survive still. Okay.
Yep, I have enough to survive.
So you peek around the corner. You can see that there are several pillars in this room. You can see guards moving around. But you realize that you can enter this room and kind of sneakily dodge around the pillars, dodge the guards, get closer, and get a sight of the people who are speaking. You realize near the north side of the room.
Okay.
Now, that's not a further roll. This is telling you you can dodge into the room and do this, or you can just retreat back into the tunnel unseen.
I'm gonna retreat unseen.
Okay.
Because I want to make a plan with everyone first.
All right. You can retreat some distance down the tunnel and talk where you're not worried about it being overheard. You do. I'm only putting your group on screen. You have 4 Maasai warriors with you. You have Nails Nelson and you have Sam Mariga. Sam in particular is not a combatant, but he is pretty dedicated to getting rid of the cult.
There's 7 of them.
7 NPCs with you? Yeah. No. There'd be 6, wouldn't it?
Problem is also this is a cave. We know that there's more somewhere around here.
You
If
are,
we want to go quiet, we can't use guns.
besides the fact that there are several other people in this room, you're aware that somewhere, most likely somewhere in this mountain, there are hundreds of cultists who came from all over the world.
Can I see if any of them have a firearm on them?
Not in
Let's peek out.
incredibly
Take
easy
a-
thing, but you're the one who got the hard success on your stealth, so make a spot hidden for me and I'll let you know. Alright, yeah, it looks like as the guards walk past, it looks like all of them are carrying more traditional weapons. It looks like there are... It looks like the actual guards in this room. You don't know all of the cultists, but the guards in this room look like they're from several tribes in the area.
Hmm.
And
All
so
right.
they're carrying spears. Some of them are carrying that weird, like, boomerang throwing knife that you first encountered in New York. There are clubs and knives.
I'm gonna take out that dagger or that hatchet. The carving knife, the one that we stole from Fire Lady.
Okay. Yeah, you got a sacrificial knife.
All right, guys, are we gonna go jump him?
Well, considering you're the only one with a sharp weapon at the moment.
Technically have
I've-
my I have a butterfly knife. It says I had at some point, I guess, a carving knife, but I'm gonna say I don't, and I just have my butterfly knife.
I am not going to stop you from having whatever knives you want right now. You can even have machetes.
Oh yeah, we were going through the jungle.
Trekking through the jungle, it would be very appropriate for you to all be carrying machetes. I think you have access to all the weapons, so you can drop them on your sheet. Let me know if you don't.
Let me see.
And you can just search by typing machete.
Is it under knife, large, machete? Is that what
would
it's
be the
gonna
one,
be?
Yep. This is not an incredibly granular system when it comes to weapons. So, if you have a machete, you can call the large knife whatever you want.
Okay. Birdie is not great with melee.
Remember, you're not required to do this either.
Mm-hmm.
I could take him.
This is why I'm preparing for this.
I will warn you that these ones are somewhat tougher than some of the cultists you fought before, but yeah, you can still probably take them, Victor.
I might not be strong, but I have persistence and panache on my side. I'll do it with a flare.
I really don't like
let's
the
see.
idea
Are we
of doing
moving
this
in?
without Connor.
Yeah, just think about it as payback for all the times that he did it without you.
Fair.
While they're discussing this, I'm gonna try to sneak into the room.
Don't sneak off from the group, buddy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
please.
Please.
Disappear on us.
I wanted to sneak deeper in and, you know, jump the two that are talking, because apparently they're important enough to have a conversation like that.
If you want to do that, tell your group and get an agreement on it. Don't just like run off.
Please.
Because
What's
it's not a bad idea. It's just don't run off while everybody else is trying to figure out what to do.
What's the play here? We need
I
a
think
call.
I think we are gonna try to take them out, but who goes for who? Victor, I think you
How
should
many
probably
of
go
us
for
are
the
there?
bodyguards.
If that's what you want me to do, I'll take them all by myself. If I have to.
I know you will, sweetie. Just patting him on the shoulder.
Did we already say how many people there were?
There are at least half a dozen guards in the room.
And how many of us are in total again? We have what?
You have
8 people that can fight. 9 people, I believe, in total.
You have, let's You have 4 Maasai villagers, which I'll drop on the screen.
Sorry, we have a group of 10. 9 that
Yes.
can fight. Okay.
Now, Sam can fight. When I say he's a non-combatant, I mean he's not good at it and would prefer not to. But if his life is in danger, he's going to fight back.
Yeah.
Is somebody going to
We'd
tell
probably
Nails
have
that-
him just make sure that no one jumps us from behind. Tell him to keep watch.
Someone gonna tell what?
It would in fact be a good idea to have several people doing that. Is somebody going to tell Nails not to use his weapons? Because he does have the act without thinking skill.
Hey,
We'd
no.
say, hey, we're in a cave and we're trying to be sneaky. Maybe no guns. And I'm gonna mainly, when I say that, when James says that, I'm gonna be looking at Victor.
How good are you in
Theodore
this rap?
Theodore
No.
looks quietly sad for a moment. Aw.
Oh.
All of us are upset about not getting to use our guns.
Doesn't matter to me.
Mean.
James has been practicing equally on both.
Hunter is quickly becoming better at fighting barehanded with the gun.
Uh-huh. Okay. So yeah, I think we're gonna go in and, carefully try to take them out one at a time.
We could probably have whoever else is also not good at combat, at melee, brawling, I should say. Stay back with Sam just to make sure no one jumps us.
I would prefer to do that because my brawl is only at a 25.
How does Theodore's look?
Theodore's is
Theodore-
like 30, 20, 35.
Okay.
You can throw shit though.
Oh, I can throw the shit out of shit. Just give me something to throw.
I
You
don't
got
know
a
why I
rock?
didn't give him daggers.
Right?
Missed
We have a
opportunity.
couple cultist ritual knives. We could just give him some of those to throw.
Yeah, if you want
And
to
I-
have throwing knives, I'm not going to stop you. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nunchucks would be, or shurikens. That would be a different story. We don't have shurikens. We're going to China eventually, though, so you can have some sort of Asian throwing weapon if you want at that point.
I'm gonna just select the knife switchblade because that feels like the closest to a throwing knife. And
Sure. I don't think the throwing skill actually works very well in this system yet. I think it still needs to be.
yeah,
But we can just have you roll your throwing and then roll the damage if necessary.
yeah, it's a deep so.
All
Not
right.
that important.
Birdie, why don't I give you control of Nails for the duration of this fight, since Birdie wants to stay out of it.
Yeah. Staying back and keeping watch.
That way you have somebody to roll for.
Okay.
And now I guess trying to figure out how we're gonna split our party into taking like what sides and who's taking on who. I'd probably say take out of the 4, have them on separate sides for the tribe warriors.
Okay. Have them split into 2 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I will have You can split into two groups too, then, and each of you will tell me what to do with one of the warriors.
Now to figure out how are we splitting ourselves. Are we gonna go and have it as father-son time? And we just have James and Nail, or are we gonna go and do it as the war duo? Or war
I
vet
would say we should
and the
probably
cheating
have one.
again?
Yeah, I would say we should probably have one war vet on either side. So it's up to James and Theodore which side they go on. Victor, you go north. Nails will go south.
Where are the people talking? South?
North.
North? Okay.
Second, you're going north then?
Yeah.
James, you should also go north.
I'm gonna leave it up to Joey. Hey, where do you want Theodore to go? You want him to go with his dad?
Yeah, it's the most in character choice, I think. Unless Victor is like, no, protect the slightly squishier people.
No, it's up to him. I don't care. I'm just ready for combat.
All right, I'm following Dad.
Because I don't see realistically a reason for James to go up there.
One thing.
Yeah, that's fair.
One thing I should note on the map real quick, to your east immediately with those tentacles around it, like it doesn't literally have tentacles wrapped around it, but those are pillars that have weird protrusions coming out of them. A little north of that, those are pits.
Ah.
And the guards are not really patrolling. They're kind of standing around in the room. Probably not supposed to be talking to each other, but there's probably some of that going on.
Okay. Okay. So, the terrifying duo are going to go right past the pit. And the rest of us are going to take the southern half of things.
Who are the terrifying duo? Is that Victor and Theodore, or?
Yep.
Okay.
Even though that you're one of the scariest fighters here, because of how ridiculous your gun stat is.
Oh, Birdie's
And you're-
staying behind.
And
I'm
you're
rolling for
calm.
nails.
Note that Nails has pulp skills, pulp talents as well. He can spend 10 luck points to add an additional damage die when dealing out melee combat damage.
Oh damn.
Okay.
Let's see where his luck actually is. Okay, it didn't show up on here, so let me give him luck. There we go, I'll give him 50, that's fair.
Okay.
You will be starting with an advantage, but it's a big room, so the first guards you can get to them on a single turn. To get all the way across the room and fight some of the others, they're gonna know you're here by now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
whenever you feel confident in your plan, Victor is the first one in the lineup.
Okay.
Alright, let's do this.
I'd say we're good to go.
Oh wow. Theodore is a lot slower than I recognized. 70 is not that bad though.
70 is not bad. It's just that these are elite guards.
Yeah, and also I'm more used to playing Connor at this 85.
Yep. So, Travis?
Am I going first?
Victor
Yep.
is first on the list. You can
All
pop
right.
out the combat tab by right-clicking on the crossed swords if you want.
So have they seen us yet?
As you're running into the room now.
Okay. The two people talking.
Yeah. We're gonna fudge the distance on the first round just because, you know, whatever. Once you're moving around after that, we'll keep track.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna run up and just start hacking.
Alright.
Bloodlust covering my face as I miss terribly.
Okay. I was going to have him dodge with disadvantage. It doesn't matter. So, you're going. I think what's going to happen is, as you have to make your way around the pit, maybe you were planning to jump it and you realize, oh, that's deeper than I thought. And you kind of round around it. The guy sees you coming and he dodges back out of the way. Do you say anything, or like, are you yelling a war cry, or are you trying to be silent death?
I'm silent death.
Okay.
Victory screech.
And we will have the people who aren't in that group not act right now. But this guy is in that group. He's going to be startled, so I'm going to have him roll with disadvantage when he attacks you. Sound fair?
Attack me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Give him an advantage. Might give them a chance.
God,
If this is where
Go on.
Victor dies.
like, oh, I don't want to. I don't want to root for the bad guys here. He's really making it hard.
You know what, Victor, roll one more d10 because you should have advantage for surprise. You should have one extra die for surprise.
Ooh, yeah.
Roll. Can you roll a d10 for me? I don't know how.
Sure.
/R.
I should add the. Okay, so you what's your actual score? So
50.
That's going to be a hard, not quite extreme success. So you can roll your. I'll have him roll his dodge. Hey, stop it. Yeah. So the dodge does let him actually.
Damn.
Yeah, since he matched your level of success, he does get to actually dodge you.
This time. This
Yeah,
time.
So
Yeah.
it plays out exactly as I said, even though all the circumstances are different. This guy is rolling at Victor. Victor has an extreme success at dodging. Okay. Okay, so the mighty combatants have accomplished nothing so far. The other ones who are not right there, there's been no noise as of yet, so James, you're going to act next.
And I'm going to grab a drink real fast.
Okay.
Oh, you remind me that I got a drink.
I just need to make sure I remember what my skills for dodge and brawl were. Okay, decent, good enough. And I'm going to also pull
So the rest
a
of the game
Victor.
tonight is going to be a wave defense, and
Let's try the good old hack and slash that Victor has been teaching me, kind of.
Okay. You can click. Let me put the surprise on for you, so you've got an advantage roll there.
All right.
Good to go. Okay. And he is going to dodge with disadvantage. Okay. So you get to roll your damage. Extreme success. And it's an impaling weapon. Okay, the cultists are tough as hell. So he is badly damaged. Like, there's a gash entirely across his chest. You can see his ribs exposed, but he stays on his feet. And he's going to attack you on his next turn.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's what
good job,
happens when you
James.
get a 2.
Terrible.
Imagine if I got a 1!
Now on the top row, we've got Chief Kiloki and Naipidi. These are your allies. Who wants to control who?
Seeing as there's only 2 at the
I'd say since they're at the top.
Yeah, I
maybe
want
have the
Victor
people-
and I want Travis and Joey to each claim one of
I'll take the chief.
them. Okay. thought you
I
might.
will take 9.
All right, then you tell me what to do with Naipidi.
I will have Napili run forward to assist Victor in the 2-on-1.
They do have bows, in case that matters to you.
Ooh, yes. Then instead of running forward, he will run to the right on the other side of the pit and fire across without trying to crossfire Victor.
Okay. Well, both sides failed, but one side fumbled, so I'm gonna have them do the damage anyway.
He dove in the way of the arrow.
Apparently.
Took a direct shoulder shot.
Ooh.
Tried to
And
catch it
that's
and it just
Dumbo.
goes through his hand.
And then Chief Kiloki. I have no idea how to pronounce his name correctly. I hope I'm not doing anything too bad.
Yeah, like honestly, that's why I went with Nye. You can't, like, I'm just giving him a fun nickname. I'm not trying to say his name.
Yeah.
The chief is going to. I can't move him. He's gonna move over here, right behind his pal, and shoot it at the guards this way.
To the south or
Oh,
to
is
the
it to help James?
we're pulling
Oh, those over there. Okay.
to the far right side.
Yeah, we're pulling ads.
Yeah, you are breaking the raid, my friend. You're pulling
What?
both parts, all sides of the raid.
They'll be joining us shortly. I'm just expediting the process.
Oh dang.
Okay. He actually hit him. Dude is actually wearing some wooden armor, and the arrow hits the armor and doesn't actually penetrate his flesh. Verdi, you're just standing in the back, not doing anything.
Itchy trigger finger.
Yeah.
She is like
you're ready if
clenching her
anybody comes,
hand,
yeah.
wanting to help. Yep.
Yeah.
She wants to help.
And Theodore.
Theodore will kind of turn his head and say, "Yeah, hey, ignore what everybody says. The second that somebody gets really hurt, just start." and he runs out.
I'm getting told what to do by a damn kid.
And that's my range right there. So I'm just gonna move. That seems more fitting. And I'm going to try and target that man
Okay.
and throw a knife from this distance, which I think is possible.
Let's assume it is.
I don't know which part's realism and which part's,
There is a distance based on your strength, so Theodore probably can't throw very far, but this is pulp, so we'll go with it.
He's got a 25 in strength.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Travis decides that some characteristics are useless and puts no points in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. There's dumb stats.
You
And I love
min-max
playing them
my
up.
guy.
I do. I really do.
My guy can barely hold a 50-pound backpack. No wonder why I didn't bring half of his kit.
He goes
God.
out with a knife and he goes,
It's a miracle that he can throw dynamite so far.
My headcanon is he cheats with telekinesis.
Why do you think I have it 75, my mans?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
you can throw with telekinesis.
Yeah, why do you think I
so-
have...
So maybe he doesn't
so-
even bother throwing realistically.
That's
So
why
yeah,
he's so good at throwing.
so he'll like throw it and he'll throw bad and he'll just change the trajectory of it. Should I roll telekinesis or throw?
During
Both are
combat,
equal.
the psychic makes a combined telekinesis and throw roll and spends 1 magic point. The combined roll must be equal to or under both of those skills in order to be successful.
Oh, so they have to be basically equal for it to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're both
That's
equal,
pretty
don't
interesting.
worry.
Yeah. So I'll start with a firearms throw. So,
I'm not actually sure what the benefit of using telekinesis to throw something is, except I guess you don't have to be holding it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so instead of going off your like strength or dexterity for range, it goes
That's a fair
it's
point, yeah.
further.
That would make sense.
I like that a little bit better than what we've been doing. So I'll be doing it that way.
Okay.
So if I'm under, I'll spend a magic point to make sure that I cover the distance. Oh. And hit. Oh no. Okay, how much luck do I have? I have plenty. Let's do it. Let's go.
All right. And he's going to roll to dodge. We still got a
Remember,
Whew.
hold on, roll a d10.
Oh yeah, D10.
Yeah, advantage, surprise round.
Uh, okay, surprise round.
It'll still count. It's
Okay.
still fine. Okay. Take your luck back.
Yeah. Plus
And
12.
it's going to end up being 27, which is
A lot better than his.
That's a lot better, but it is not 1/5.
Yeah.
So the knife goes flying through the air. The man does manage to dodge out of the way.
And the knife kind of bounces and it comes back to him.
Sure, why not?
Because
You spend a magic point, you get something for it.
Yeah. I spent a magic point, and also it doesn't tell you the range of your throw with it. So I'm gonna try for a
I would be
return
fine
trip
using
every
your
now
POW instead of your strength to determine the range.
and then. Okay. Which I have a 95 in POW. So,
Yes, so it's almost unlimited.
yeah.
From the bottom, we have Nanya and Dalamia. Who wants who?
I'll take
Nanya is acting now.
yeah, I'll take Nanya.
Okay. Tell me what you want Nanya to do.
come out and I'm gonna say it has a spear and comes up right next to me to cover me and stabs the cultist in front of me.
Okay, you can do that. And he will be outnumbered at this point. Okay. So,
the consensus of this bodyguard is fuck this.
Fuck this guy
in particular.
in particular.
Like, I'd be surprised if he dodged perfectly after that. The man,
his prognosis is dead.
yeah.
His sentence was death.
Good
It just
job.
Nails.
Is gone.
Running up with a machete to the next guy on the list.
Okay. You can target by
And-
hovering and hitting T, and then you should be able to roll from his combat skills below. You can also target by double right clicking. Both of them should work.
I forgot
Okay,
that's a
I've
thing.
targeted. I'm just so zoomed out that I couldn't see that I had targeted him.
It is a big map.
It's a very big map. Alright. Do I roll the name of the item or do I roll the dice?
You roll the name of the item.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna put surprised on for you. You can roll. Oh, he's good at that, isn't he?
He's very good at that.
Alright, you can do the damage.
Let's go.
Oh. Lacks permission to update chat message.
Alright, I'll take care of it. Alright, so that's not nearly as bad. He just kind of hacks the guy in the arm. Sam is standing with Birdie, and Delamia is the last one to act.
And I'm taking Delamia.
Yes, you are. So tell me what they're doing, or what he's doing.
Let's see.
Uh,
You said they have bows.
bows, clubs, and spears. They also all have a certain
I'm
level
gonna
of Cthulhu
say-
mythos for living in this area.
Right? He doesn't really have a clear line of sight on the guys up there. I'm gonna see if he can run south
Mhm.
to get a clear line of sight on the guy Nails is targeting and shoot him with an arrow.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Yes, that's an extreme success.
These guys are
Oh.
good at their jobs.
Yes,
I think they
are.
have. I think they're venting right now.
I think the southern team is
Southern
doing
team's
better
more
than the
effective.
northern team.
And as we come to the end of the first round of combat, I'm going to dump the people at the talking by the throne onto the screen.
Yep, I knew it. Is James ready for some trauma?
Free Trauma.
Question.
All right,
From
Victor.
this, from this
Yep.
spot, would I be able to actually have a angle to actually even possibly see the people on the throne?
So you kind of move behind the pillar.
Okay, so I wouldn't see them.
You have not seen her yet. But Victor, in between, getting hacked at and hacking at other people, you do see the two people on the throne, both of whom you can recognize from photographs. One of them is Moeru, the priestess who traveled with the Carlisle expedition, and the other is Elizabeth Reed.
Hi, Mom.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything right away. I don't think it's pertinent to just distract a kid while we're in the middle of combat. It would only shake him.
Theodore. Hey, isn't that? You shush violently. Uh-oh.
Shut up! Shut up!
Theodore running into the room. Mrs. Reed, you're under arrest. We're not even cops.
It is your action, Victor.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Well, it's round 2 for this man.
Ding ding, let's go.
I got a regular success.
You need to start rolling with the,
Targeting him.
yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the
It's
first
okay.
time. I'm getting back to it, but I
Well,
still
he-
hit him.
He had a critical failure.
Oh my god.
What does that mean when you dodge?
It means he dodges into the blow.
Okay. Just roll normal.
Yeah.
He,
just roll damage.
He tried to dodge, but he kind of tripped forward into
Six.
the weapon.
And yeah, that did apply. So you did your damage to the guy. Elizabeth Reed is going to act next. Let me check something real quick here.
Warning, warning. Some magical stuff is about to happen.
Travis.
Yeah.
No, actually, we don't need to do that yet. I'm going to. She's going to cast a spell. Spells are complicated, so give me just a second to figure this out.
Trust me, I know.
Whew! That's a bad roll.
I don't know. Could have probably been bad or worse.
So, that was rolling to see what the strength of this spell is.
Oh, okay.
You are going to roll con. She has to roll against a 27. And we're seeing who rolls a higher success level.
Oh my god! What? Do we both fail?
Yes, but she has luck.
I also have luck.
Spend
Do you wanna
8
spend your
versus
luck?
her 20.
I'll spend 8.
Okay. Okay.
I still have 30 for now.
For now.
We're not having a good time with this.
What would she need to spend? She would need to spend 37 points of luck to succeed here. Why don't you take your luck back?
Okay, I'm not gonna say no.
And Travis, tell me a number 1 through 3.
Let's go 3.
3? Alright. You are knocked flying backwards into this pit.
I go into the pit.
You go into the pit.
All right, bet.
As you fall into the darkness, you hear the clicking of tiny mandibles. When you hit the bottom, you're going to take a d6 of damage from the fall, and then immediately ants swarm over you. Enormous ants, up to 6 inches long.
Hey, congrats. You've unlocked a new fear.
Does my armor apply
Armor
for the
applied,
fall? Okay, I only take 3.
A completely rational fear. Because, you know, ants that are 6 inches long hurt.
But she had to spend a lot of her luck in order to get this. Theodore, you just saw your dad fall into that pit. Where's the Overwhelmed Guard? There he is, okay. He's going to go after some of your friends. Okay, so it's he runs up and stabs. Nafidi dodges. I do like the loving Warrior's Bodyguard.
They've got some interesting names.
I have it set to randomly give them adjectives.
Fair.
He can get how far? He can get this far. He doesn't have a throwing weapon, so he's just gonna run his entire distance. His friend will do the same. This guy is going to grab his spear and huck it at Theodore. Theodore, I need you to make a dodge roll if you like. You don't have to.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
It might be silly. Would someone be able to use telekinesis to fight back with thrown?
Yeah, but what I have to spend, I would have to spend mana every time I do that. So
I'm just asking for
You
future
can use
reference.
it for a shield, if you recall.
You can.
Yeah. So you have to succeed in the telekinesis roll. Spend 1 magic point to gain 1 point of armor. You can spend as many of them as you wish. It is going to do. This is going to do 11 points of damage.
Oh my god.
Do you want to try to block some of that?
Yeah. What would be a reasonable cut down on that?
Why don't you make a telekinesis roll first and see if you succeed, just to be sure.
Yeah.
you succeed.
Four.
4? Okay, so you will take 7 points of damage. And then Mweru. Theodore, we're going to make an opposed power roll.
Ruh-roh.
You have an advantage with those.
Do you? That's good.
Yeah, talent.
Yeah, I'm saying that's very good for you. That might be very important here.
Okay.
And
So I'll
she
just-
does not have that talent. So we both need to make the power roll.
Just roll flat.
Just roll pow. And
Triple
you get to
success.
roll it. You should have rolled with an extra d10, sorry. So go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I'll roll a d10.
Okay. All right.
So 30,
So
which would be not a 5, but we've met, I think.
I think you met on the same success,
Yeah.
but you do
So-
have a lower roll. I don't know if that matters.
35 divided by 5, you'd have to get it down to a 19. So here's the thing. If you, in an opposed roll, if you get the same success level, the person who rolled higher and gets the same success level wins.
So they would technically win in this situation.
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled a 30 and I would need a 19. Spending 11 a luck. That would knock me down to 35. Ask for it.
Spending it?
Yep, spending it 36.
All
Not
right.
36.
You feel an assault on your mind. You feel an outside force stripping away your sanity. And then you throw up you're especially trained in this, you throw up your mental shielding and you feel it just kind of slip away. You feel the attack move over, around, through you, and not affect your sanity. And you see the lady on the throne stand back and give you a second look like she's impressed.
Uh-oh. You impressed the cult.
James!
I'm gonna take it. I heard the running, the spear being thrown. All
Oh
that.
yeah. You can in fact you can see that around the pillar.
I'm going to.
Victor, did you just yell when you fell in the pit?
No, I silently just stared.
Stoically falling to
My
his
character's a
demise.
maniac.
He's down there being eaten alive by ants, not saying a word.
Very
my dad's
stoic.
dead.
Very, very angry. Very quiet.
I've had worse.
Then I guess I will tell the others that we have more up ahead, and that I will start pushing. I'm gonna
Alright.
take on the first one I see, which is Right there.
Now, I think you are going to see your mother before she sees you.
I'm gonna see her after I do this hit, though.
That's fine. You can choose to do that.
I'm gonna be more focused on landing this hit, and then as soon as I land the hit, or if I
Can't take
miss,
stock of the
who knows?
surroundings. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go
Works.
and look around and notice.
Alright. Don't worry, they're focused on dodging more than attacking back. Alright.
I got distracted mid-swing, noticed my mother.
Yeah. You see your mother standing up on the throne. She's kind of looking around the room. She hasn't noticed you yet. You figure she will in a moment. You can say something if you want to.
I feel like being distracted in that swing, I will probably go and shout, "Mother!"
Alright. And she's going to look around. Her eyes are going to focus on you. She'll say, "James, you made it!"
Oh no. Oh no.
And she'll call out, "Don't harm him!" Now it is 10:30. One of you is in a pit. James's mother is calling out, "Do not hurt him." Do you want to pause here and pick up a fight next week, or do you want to stop fighting and have a conversation here? We're gonna stop for the week either way, but
Yeah, I think that this is a great point to stop, but that's my vote. Like,
no, we're stopping here.
yeah.
Fight, fight, fight.
You've got a week to consider.
I need to make a note to myself that I now have a spear at my
Yes, you do.
feet. Yeah, you graciously gave me a throwing spear.
You can just put a spear on your character sheet if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that real quick and make a note to myself that I now have a spear. Because they are very scary.
They're pretty powerful.
Spear right in the forehead of the magic lady.
That's what I'm doing. She
That
did
scene from Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah, she did that finger wiggle stuff at me. Spear. Just like that taught me.
I'm not giving anything away when I say she might have defenses of her own.
Oh yeah, probably. But you know, I would like to voice my displeasure towards having magic cast at me.
That's fair.
It doesn't matter who you are, I will throw something. In Connor's case, it would just be a string of expletives.
So we can leave this right here. It won't lose our order in the combat tracker. We'll be able to pick up
Yeah, I
right
think
where we left off.
we leave it right here. I think this is a good cliffhanger.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for running. This is totally not going to go horribly.
Yeah. This is the part where Theodore's like, should I start calling Yahtzee?
I'm pretty sure I said mother loud enough that Birdie and Sam would hear.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
I think everybody heard that are in this room.
Yeah. I'm gonna have fun next week seeing if I can get Victor to try to kill James.
That is gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh,
no.
no.
Wait, how am I gonna kill him?
Don't worry.
Victor's in the pit.
Yeah,
I
don't
mean,
worry
you get
about
out of
it.
it. I mean, that's not really a question, I don't think.
I think I even have climb too. I'm fine in the pit. I've seen worse.
You can't see a whole lot, but you're getting bit a whole lot.
I don't. I mean, unless I, for some reason, like, I just don't see. I see Victor doing something that would, in a way, like, hurt me. Not me, like, physically, but, like, mentally. And that's just, hey, I no longer have a mother. What you know?
Oh, I'm not saying that Victor's... I'm saying I'm going to try to set it up so he'll want to.
Oh, okay, I can work with that.
I'm not just going to take control of your character away from you or anything.
God.
Anything to say before we go off air?
Do your due diligence, punch a fascist, and vote, please, for the love of God.
Yes.
A separate note from that. Don't be the protagonist of a Cthulhu game.
Yeah, that's certainly a bad
Accident
life.
or not, try to avoid it at all.
You're the one who was yelling he was the main character, my guy. You
And
reap
after
what
I
you
realized how
sow.
it was, and then I realized, wait
He
a
didn't realize the
second,
consequences of his
there's
word.
consequences to my actions.
Consequences for my actions?
Hey,
I thought I was like Victor for a second.
if you survive this chapter, you're less likely to be the protagonist in future chapters. How's that?
Yeah. I mean, my father is still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Egypt stopped existing after we left.
Oh, no,
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about Egypt.
I mean, potentially it could. We'll find out. It's a weird game, people. Alright. Have a good night.
You too.
Have a good night.
You as well.